But ladies, did you know that in China, there are 13 million more men than women right now? Marry a Chinese man.
Now we both know why, but we're not going to say anything because it's a touchy subject. But this explains my DMs now.
I'm shocked. It turns out that foreigners can really find their boyfriend or girlfriend through Rednote. Two Americans got to know each other and starting chatting on Rednote. And guess what? They're boyfriend and girlfriend now! You know what? Me, as a Chinese, as a heavy user of Rednote, I never expected Rednote had this function.
Marrying a Chinese spouse not equal to obtain green card. Foreigners will think of a seemingly easier way to meet the criteria for a permanent residence permit is to get married.
Apart from the first reason that she has just mentioned, there's something much more beautiful than that. Looking at how Chinese men treat their wives, especially after they have given birth, the moral support, the emotional support, the financial, and just helping them through life. You know how tough it can be transitioning from being a girl to becoming a mother, and emotionally they are there to help them to even regain their strength, regain their confidence. You can see these men working so hard to ensure that the wife has regained her beauty. It has been a great journey following the relationship between Americans and Chinese on Rednote, and right now we are moving into the new stage where now it's beyond just appreciating cultures, but now it's about getting engaged, getting interested in each other. So this video is very interesting. Like the video for recommendations, subscribe if you're new here. I share a compilation of TikTok and Xiaoshu videos for educational purposes. Xiaoshu Rednote, and we are here to interact. Thank you.
Okay, I know that TikTok is back, but ladies, did you know that in China, there are 13 million more men than women right now? Marry a Chinese man. They are romantic, pay for everything. They cook, they clean, they have children, support your education, lowest divorce rate, and they are financially stable. What are you waiting for? Remember, marry a Chinese man.
Great news to the guys in China. A lot of international ladies, foreign girls, and probably guys as well want to date you guys. They want to date Chinese men. So, are you ready? Next time, if you see a girl from another culture, don't be shy. Start a conversation. Let them know about you. Let them know about your culture. Let them know about your personality. Show them your charm and hospitality. And hopefully that will blossom into something really, really beautiful, because it's very eye-opening to meet a person from another culture.
Hi everyone, my name's Terry Sweetberry, and today I wanted to talk to you about infidelity here in the United States. And I just was curious to see if infidelity was just as common there in China. Even before the internet, there was a saying about American men having a family in their town, but then the next town over having a secret family. And since dating apps treat people like they're products, here in the United States it's just very common to see infidelity. And don't even get me started on porn, because that is also a big problem here in the United States. And with dating apps and porn, it's very easy for people to treat others like products, not as people. And what's sad is I've only ever had 3 relationships in my life. 2 out of the 3 relationships I've had, I have been cheated on, they were addicted to porn. It was just heartbreaking because I didn't feel like I was enough. If you try to look up statistics for this issue, there's not any clear statistic for it. But to put in perspective, all of my friends, men and women, have been cheated on before. Some of my friends have even said they've quit dating and they're not going to date anymore because they don't want to catch the risk of getting an STD, and they just don't have faith in men anymore. So I was curious, is this also an issue in China, or is this just another United States problem?
Hi, dear American friends. I'm Kiki. Today, I really want to talk with you a serious topic. Do you have the trouble of being urged to get married? In China, the phenomenon is extremely common. If you hit a certain age, it's as the marriage earth sirens will go off in your family. For women, it starts often 27, but I'm still 33, almost 34 years old, much closer to the deadline, 35. You know, Chinese New Year is nearing, but I really feel stressed about that because every family gathering will be a marriage-themed lecture. They don't care about whether you are happy or not, how much money you made. They just asked, when are you getting married? Don't you want family? They will always say that you are not any younger. You should find a partner and settle down. So I have always been curious. Is the thing in the United States? I know American cultures values the individualism highly. Everyone chooses their own lifestyle, whether it's about career, travel, or relationship. But still, do parents or relatives sometimes nudge you towards marriage? So I would like to hear your stories and insights. And please let me know.
Hey everyone. Ever wondered how dating differs across cultures? Let's take a quick trip. In China, the family plays an important role. Some parents might set up blind dates or matchmaking dates to vet potential partners. This is called xiangqin. In China, marriage isn't just a union of two people, it's a merger of families. However, in the West, this is completely different. Chinese relationships often move quicker, with marriage pressured by the late 20s. In the West, taking it slow is common, with multi-year courtships or cohabitation before getting married. Communication styles vary too. In China, indirect hints and saving face matter, and maybe might mean no. Western dates, candid conversations are king. Directness rules. Of course, in the end, love is universal, but culture shapes the journey. Whether it's family dinners or solo adventures, understanding these differences make the global dating scene a little bit smaller. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you guys later. Bye.
3 things to know about dating a Chinese guy. First, Chinese culture is about hiding and not speaking out, so don't expect too many, such as I love you.
In China, we don't say, I love you. You are very important to me. Thank you for everything. We say,
He shows love by fixing your Wi-Fi or carrying your heavy bags. Second, food is everything. There's one Chinese saying goes, want to catch a man, catch his stomach first. Stealing fries may seem cute, but taking his last bite? No. Third, don't expect too much in a short time. So meeting his mom equals serious business. If he introduces you, congratulations, you are basically 1 foot into marriage.
How much does it cost to marry a Chinese woman? In China, the bride price is money or property given to the bride's family to thank the in-laws and show the groom's determination to marry their daughter. The national average is $15,000. Particularly, the top 2 provinces are Fujian at $33,000 and Zhejiang at $29,000. The cheapest provinces to get married in mainland China is Tibet and Sichuan, both at $1,500. On top of the cash, most families in big cities would ask the groom to pay for a house, a car, and even some gold jewelry. It's not uncommon that the bride's family asks for too much and the couple broke up before they have a chance to say I do.
So in the past 2 years, Chinese government actually put out a statement and claimed that some Chinese wedding traditions, such as caili, should be disencouraged because this type of tradition is not really healthy. However, since caili is a really old tradition that passed along from ancient China many years ago, so it is really hard to completely get rid of it. And it also depends by region. For example, I'm from Beijing, my husband is from Hebei. When we get married, we did not go through this completely caili or 嫁妆 situation, nor my cousins or my husband's cousin, because we just don't practice this in our family. However, caili, this kind of wedding ritual, is really important in certain area, and many local people consider it is a must-have. One of the sad parts about caili is that, by traditional, caili is something that's gifted to the brides. However, in the most time, it is bride's family who took the money, and in most cases, they will not spend it on the bride. They will actually spend it on bride's brother. And sometimes, bride's family will ask bride to ask more money or a higher amount of caili from the groom's and the groom's family. That is also one of the common reasons why some engagement broke up before marriage, because they cannot settle an agreement on caili. It is quite sad actually. And also in some regions' culture, some believe that the more money grooms and groom's family willing to give, which means they value you more. So some local girls even insist that their boyfriend or their boyfriend's family have to provide a really high cai. I think in 2023, Chinese government did put out an upper limit to claim that cai should not exceed certain amount. I think right now the amount is 150,000 Chinese yuan or something like that. I hope it helps.
When a foreigner marries Chinese, how should they register? First, they have the option to register the marriage at the city of the Chinese resident or in the foreigner's country, or a third country. As long as it does not violate Chinese law, the marriage will have legal effect in China. Second, if they choose to register their marriage in China, the following must be met. Both parties must voluntarily agree to the marriage. The male party must be at least 22 years old, and the female party must be at least 20 years old. Neither party should have a spouse, and they should not be close relatives. Third, in addition to providing a passport, the foreign national must also provide a certified proof of no spouse. If you have any questions or need legal advice, please feel free to contact me. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
小红书 Marrying a Chinese spouse not equal to obtain green card. Foreigners will think of a seemingly easier way to meet such. The criteria for a permanent residence permit is to get married, but getting a marriage certificate doesn't mean you can get a permanent residence permit. The foreign spouse must fulfill several conditions. Firstly, be in good health and have no criminal record. Secondly, marrying either a Chinese citizen or a foreigner who holds permanent residence status in China. Thirdly, marriage relationship must be maintained for at least 5 years. Fourthly, residing continuously in China for at least 5 years, with a minimum of 9 months spent in the country each year. Fifthly, have a stable source of livelihood and residence. Even if all these criteria are met, it doesn't ensure a successful application for a permanent residence permit. This is because the application review process can take several months, during which many applicants either withdraw their application or face rejection. Hence, when making relevant decisions, it is crucial to ensure that one meets the conditions and possesses a certain level of compatibility.
小红书 So in Chinese culture, we don't have the tradition that after marriage, you need to change your family name into your husband's family name. Even since in ancient China. For example, if I get married in ancient China, my husband's family name is Wang, and my family name is Li. After getting married, people can simply just address me as Wang Jia Li Shi, which means after marriage, I belong to the Wang family, but I'm still able to keep my own family name. However, since ancient China, the children usually will get named after the father's family name. In modern China, there's no law that the child has to follow the father's name. However, most people still like to name their children with father's family name. But there's exception as well. For example, one of my cousins who married a girl whose family name is called Shangguan. It is such a rare family name. In fact, it is so rare, before I met her, I have never known any single Chinese person with this last name in real life. The only time I heard about this last name was in C-drama or in a Chinese novel. So before my cousin and that girl get married, the girl said, I have one request and one request only. After we get married, if we have any kids, one of the kids have to be named after my family name. Because Shangguan is such rare, beautiful last name. And I don't want to see it extinct just because I'm a woman. So yes, in China, it is not necessary that the children will be named after the father's name. However, the majority of the population still tend to name their children with the father's last name. I hope it helps.
Okay. I understand that it's very difficult to immigrate to China. I also understand that it's better to repair the country that you're from rather than run away to another country. I understand all this. I understand that it's impossible for me to immigrate to China. But what I'm really trying to say when I say that I want to move there is I love you.
Okay, we all know that China is one of the hardest countries in the world to get citizenship, but getting a Chinese green card is actually a bit easier. Foreigners can apply for permanent residence in China if they meet at least one of the following conditions. Let's see if you qualify for any of them. 1. You've invested in China and have been paying taxes with a good record for 3 years. 2. You hold a senior position like Deputy General Manager, Deputy Factory Director, Associate Professor, or Senior Researcher in China, have worked for at least 4 years, stay in China for at least 3 of those years, and have a good tax record. 3. You've made an important contribution to China, for example, Olympian Championship. 4. You are married to a Chinese citizen or a foreigner with a Chinese green card, and your marriage has lasted at least 5 years. You also need to have lived in China for at least 9 months per year. 5. You are a married child under 19 years old and want to live with your parents in China. 6. You are a senior citizen, for example, 16 years old. Have no immediate family abroad and want to live with a close family in China. You must have been Chinese before, later get a foreign nationality, and either have a PhD or have worked for 4 years in a kid development area in China, staying at least 6 months per year. 7. You are a highly skilled foreign expert recognized by China's free trade zone. So do you think it's hard to get a Chinese green card? If you want to learn more about China's policies, follow me and check out my profile for more information.
I'm glad you watched this extent. Thank you so much for being part of this. It has been an informational compilation. I hope you've learned something as much as I've learned. The cultural differences, the dating culture differences, and I hope you've enjoyed the compilation. Point home, treat your wives well. Once they have given birth, they need you, especially emotionally. They need you. Let me say that again. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Like the video for recommendation, subscribe if you're new here. Also share your thoughts in the comment section. What has been the most captivating point for you in this video? You can as well support me through the thank button, and I will appreciate you. Thank you so much.